Okay gang, it's Chris the Spyder Minimalist, and we are at a gas station that is just off the New York State Thruway, the 190, which is right there. And the reason why I'm cutting this video today, this will be a short one, is I just filled up. We are topped off. I set the trip odometer to 0, and this is the whole point of this video. For the first time in my 1,500 miles of ownership of the Spyder, the vehicle is on eco mode. I hope you can see that right there. I am going to test eco mode today, and I'll explain how we're going to test it right now as I pull away from the gas station. So this entire trip will be on the New York State Thruway, all highway. I plotted a spot on just in the suburban Rochester area that's 92 miles from this gas station. And basically I'm going to go to that spot, turn around and come back. I'm going to edit this video. This is going to be a short video basically just at this gas station, but I'm explaining the route so you understand the true test of eco mode. So the video will be short, but the journey will be long. It's 92 miles each way, so that's what, 184 miles. Now normally my normal riding conditions seem to be averaging 30 miles to the gallon. So I should be able to do this trip in normal mode at my normal rate of MPG. But I'm going to be going 70 miles an hour once we get on the thruway right here, the entire trip. I'm going to be very disciplined and not go 75, which is kind of a normal highway speed in this part of the country for me. The speed limit's 65 for most of this route. But I'm going to go 70 because I've heard that 70 is the sweet spot for MPG. And if you go much more than that, you start to drastically lower the MPG. And for the purposes of this test, I want to maximize MPG, which is why, going back to the eco mode is on. Now, I know that some folks have commented, and I've seen videos that say that eco mode is not good for the engine. And that may be true, and I'd love your comments on this. It's just hard for me to understand how BRP, Can-Am, could possibly be selling these vehicles for so long and keeping that feature on there. Or at least warning, hey, this could possibly damage your vehicle or make changes to the mechanical structure of the engine in a way that isn't a good thing long term. So I am not saying that I'm going to use eco mode regularly. In fact, I'll tell you right now, the chances are this could be the last time I use it. But I at least want to know what the difference is. So I know that my average is 30, and now I'm going to get up to 70 here any moment. And what I'm going to do to be disciplined about this is I'm going to set cruise. So it is now on cruise control. Now there'll be traffic spots in Buffalo and probably in suburban Rochester where I may take it off cruise or adjust cruise. So I might be doing 68 or 71 or something, but it's going to be right around 70 for this whole trip. So the question is, what is the MPG at 70 miles per hour with eco mode on for the whole trip? So it's going to be 180 miles, almost the whole tank, at one constant speed and with eco mode on. Is it 35 miles to the gallon? Is it 37? I've seen varying reports on YouTube and from the various posts on the various Spyder forums that I've read, but this is going to be my test. So if it's a substantial difference for my average when I'm on the interstate for long distance cruising, and I'm going to be doing that often on this thing, I may use eco mode. However, if it's 32 miles to the gallon, if I get 33, I don't know that I'm going to do it, especially if there is in fact risk using it for the engine's long-term health. So I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to be gone for about, I don't know, 3 hours or so. According to my GPS, it's it's an hour and 20-minute ride there and back. We'll see where it goes. We'll pick it up then. Thank you so much. I'll be back. So folks, we are the suburban Buffalo area. We're on what's called Interstate 290. We've traveled a total of 161 miles. The trip, not the trip meter, the fuel distance to empty meter is showing 32 miles. I'm showing 20 miles to our destination, but the problem is, and this is why I turned on the video now, we are in stop and go traffic. I don't know what's up ahead, but my Google Maps feature is showing red, and that's not a good sign. And because of that, I'm now concerned about making it to my destination. Eco mode is still on. My guess is I could easily make it, but I don't know for how much longer this traffic is going to be. Because of that, I may pull off at the next exit. There's an exit right there I could have pulled off, but I may pull off at the next exit and gas up. And look, we put on 161 miles, almost all of it at 70 miles an hour, and all on eco mode. I think that's a pretty sufficient test. I will say I will do this test again only without eco mode, but the same idea, 70 miles per hour, all interstate for like exhausting all 7 gallons or most of it, and we'll compare the two. But for right now, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to pick it back up when I find the next gas station, or I get in some trouble and run out of gas. I cannot imagine that happening. Again, I am showing that I should be plenty good, but I don't know how this stop and go is going to affect you know, overall MPG. So I'm going to turn it off here, turn it back on when I get to a gas station, and then we'll do the calculation together to see how well eco mode worked. Thank you. Okay, so we made it to a gas station, not the one that I originally intended, but this is a Marathon station, so we still should have a pretty good test for this eco mode. I was only in that stop and go for maybe a couple of miles, so here we go. So we went 163.4 miles total. Let's shut this down. My seat shock that I pointed out in another video is still working perfectly. Just put it in the triangle up there. The eraser holds it there. Okay, so my guess is this is going to take pretty close to 6 gallons. Near the end, I don't know if you noticed it. I don't know if I pointed it out. I don't think I pointed it out, but I don't know if you noticed it. The trip meter, distance to empty meter, I should say, was no longer reading mileage. It was giving me those 3 dashes. And I've had that happen before. 4.2, no way. There's way more that's going to... and that usually means, like, I guess from what the way it was explained to me in a YouTube post is, that's when Can-Am is basically saying, dude, you're on your own. Okay, well, that tells me that I had a lot more fuel than I thought. Geez, 5.27. So that's amazing, because I could have gone for a lot longer. And I probably should have, but that's just my conservative nature kicking in. So let's see where that leaves us. Calculator. Okay, so we went 163.4 miles, 163.4, you can see there, and we used up 5.27 gallons. 31. Sorry, eco mode, but I'm turning you off now and forever. Now, I say that, I might give it another shot, but that is a lot less than I was anticipating. If you have a Can-Am Spyder and you use eco mode, or you don't use eco mode for whatever reason, chime in why. If you get better than that, and I know I've seen people report that they get much better than that, so I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.